Greetings, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Welcome back to my Valheim series. Today we are setting off to raid another fortress. Now, if you remember in the previous episode, we stumbled across another fortress out there. This will make number 5, and there it is, all gleaming in the sunshine. Now, you've seen me raid a few of these before. Somehow my experience does tend to be a little bit different each time. This is not a 15-minute episode. Minor spoiler. Alright, you better strap yourself in and, yeah. Let's see how we manage with this particular fortress. Now, the first problem, and as you're going to see as the episode elapses, I would argue the biggest problem that we've had with this particular fortress is it is on the high ground. You know, insert high ground memes here if you want to in your head. Essentially, because of the terrain limitations, in that you can only raise the terrain 8 levels, or reduce it 8 levels, fortress walls tend to be exactly 8 levels from the ground on which they're sitting. Now, if you're trying to build up from just below that level, yeah, you get this situation where you get to your maximum terrain height and you are still not high enough. So this is about where I decided that I did need to take a little chance here. Get my feather cape so I can get the benefit of the increased jump height, and we're gonna have a bit of a look around and see what we can do. Yeah, definitely no shortage of, incoming damage here. And honestly, this is the moment where I should have just jumped over the wall. Don't ask me why I paused there. I guess I was feeling a bit overconfident. And I got too low. Basically, in previous raids, I would have already jumped over the wall to recover health. So, with that one little mistake, leave a comment down below at this stage to give a bit of a guess on just how much of my day that is going to cost me. Yeah, leave a comment down below. Yeah, I did have bone mass running at that point, and I thought it might have been enough, but clearly it wasn't. Bone mass by itself without any meaningful armor on is not really going to do a lot. So, I raided the coffers and I made myself a spare protection staff. I'm thinking this is probably, knowing, my penchants for doing stupid things, probably not the last time I'm going to have this kind of problem. So I may as well invest some resources in a new protection staff to keep as a spare for when I am not doing manic corpse runs. So we now have our approximately 600 hit point shield on. But as you can see there, it lasted a couple of seconds. Yeah, I know, the footage was sped up, but trust me, if I hadn't accidentally fallen off the wall there, I just would have died again anyway. So, we have this problem where, you know, doing my traditional nudie run to get my body back is just not going to work. It's too awkward getting up there, and the time it takes me to actually get to my body and then loot the stuff, yeah, I just can't, you know, I can't repel firepower of that magnitude, you know, with just a shield. So we're having a bit of a rethink. We're recharging our shield with whatever bone fragments we had with us, and we're going to come up with a bit of an oddball plan. Let's see how that works out. Yes, keen observers will notice that I am in my melee gear, but I'm using a protection staff. I have some ITAR, but I also have a disturbingly large health pool. Yes, what I've actually done is I'm running the 2 normal melee hit point foods that I would do if I'm just running around in Ashlands and, you know, killing stuff in this gear. But I swapped out the stamina food for an ITAR food, which gives me, you know, on average about 80 or 90 ITAR, which is actually easily enough to summon the protection bubble. Except we now have the added advantage that underneath that protection bubble, we have our full set of fully upgraded full metal armor. So, with this much protection, how do you think our chances have improved? Alright, so that wasn't successful, but I didn't get deleted and I didn't almost die. So I'm sort of feeling a bit better about this process, but the problem I'm seeing is my access point is just not working in terms of me getting to, you know, where my gravestone is. If I jump up here, which I'm going to try again, I got the idea. I thought I've got my crossbow there. I might try and pick off the warlock, given, you know, I've got enough shielding there to last me more than, you know, 3 seconds. I thought maybe I can delete the warlocks because the 2 summoning stones are gone. So destroying the warlocks is really the only issue we've got here. Everything else in there we can deal with very easily in melee gear. So we, yeah, that didn't work. So we're going to, now we've got a bit more stone, we're going to actually raise a different bit of this terrain to see if we can just get ourselves more or less within reaching distance of this gravestone. And the added advantage here is we don't need to travel as far to get to it, and it's easy to just take half a step backwards to fall off and get protected by the earth wall. Of course, you know, when you're coming up with some kind of plan that has some chance of working, of course Valheim is going to come up with something to, you know, just give you pause, you know, make you potentially question whether your plan is truly worthy. But yeah, anything outside this fortress, while ever I'm wearing this armor and I have this protection staff, yeah, it's got no chance. It's only, the only thing that is a challenge here is just the sheer volume of critters that are in that fortress and how much damage they can put out. Not to mention the warlock or warlocks. They are just absolutely horrific for what they do in terms of not just their own damage that they put out, but the amount of those little green twitches they can spit out as well does tend to, you know, make trying to tank that much damage extremely difficult. So, now that we've raised a bit of stone, well, raised a bit of ground with some stone, we're now making some room in our inventory. As you can see, we were successful in picking up some of our gear. We ran out of room though, so we didn't get 2 out of the 3 pieces of our mage clothing. So now we've got a bit more room. We're going to run up there and we're going to see if we can get the rest of it. And then if that's successful, jump back it fully in our mage gear. And then, yeah, finally bring this little saga to a close. Alright, now we've got all the important bits back. Look, a hoe and some, you know, charred bone is not anything I'm going to lose sleep over at this stage. We've got all the important stuff back. So we're going to switch our gear out, do a bit of a tidy up, and then we are definitely going to be showing this fortress who's boss. Yeah, I'm pretty much done playing with these guys. I just walked up there, grabbed my troll staff, stared him in the face and said, yeah, look, time for you to meet your maker. And for once, the troll actually summoned where I wanted him to, which was down in the courtyard. And yeah, he is going to help us thin out the numbers a bit. Now, I'm going to sneak in the other way here and just check on how he's going. And it looks like he's died, so... but I feel like there's a winnable battle here now. The Warlocks, look, one of them's nearly dead. The other one, yeah, at least he's not a 1-star. We should be able to wrap him up. And the rest is just trash. So, let's see how this is done. Yeah, I decided round 2 from the troll staff was necessary. So I threw him in that corner near the stairs, and we're going to see if he can get rid of a bit more of that trash for us. It's funny, once in a while you hear those really big thumps, and you know our troll friend is doing his job. When you stop hearing those thumps anymore, he's either run out of things to thump, or it might be time to, you know, do a bit of a resummon. As it turns out, yeah, he deleted everything except these 2 little summon twitches. And they're not going to be any effort at all. So, once again, we can thank our good friend, Mr. Troll, and his troll staff. And, yep, apparently I can't count. There were 3 twitches, but that's all good. And the gravestone is ours. The fortress is ours. This was a pretty explosive fight, so I'm not surprised that these external chests... I think there was only one when I reviewed the footage, but I'm not surprised those external chests got blown to bits. What I was surprised by is those stairs. Yeah, they got trashed by the summoning of the troll. So him arriving and exploding a bit everywhere is quite a powerful blast. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing more experiments with that in the future. In the meantime, we've just done our best impersonation of a cordless vacuum and picked up some of the stuff that we were going to use. And then I changed my mind. I decided that I just want to get inside the central spire, get our treasure, and, you know, see if we've finally got ourselves some iolite. I was a bit annoyed. I got back to the shield generator to find that literally everything else except it and the workbench had been destroyed. But luckily, all the bits are on the ground, so we're just going to pick those up and move all of it inside the fortress where it's going to be safe. Alright, some small eternity later, we picked up the battering ram from fort number 4 and moved it over here, did some leveling, tidied a few things up, and with no further ado, we are going to do a bit of knocking on this door, and we're going to hopefully find some of the things. Honestly, it'd be nice if I could find all of the things I'm looking for, but honestly, I'm happy if I just get some of them. So we got our usual bell fragments. We got a couple of molten cores, which is fine. In the chest, is there 1,000 eyelights? Yeah, no, not going to happen. We got a couple of the green ones out of the outside chest, and we got a couple of red ones from that chest. Which seems to be about average for these fortresses. I feel like I've only seen maybe one eyelight, or maybe it's 2. It's whatever the number of eyelights is it takes to make that mace at level 1. They're the only ones I've seen drop in clearing 5 fortresses. So I'm starting to lose hope that we're going to see any in the future, but look. Anything's possible in this game. It might just take a few more fortresses before we finally get lucky. But in the meantime, we've reached the end of this episode. If you've enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, maybe this episode's drawn some interest and you would like to subscribe to get notified about future releases. Until next time, my name is Rudimentary Rob. Thank you very much for watching and have yourself an absolutely fantastic day.